I think I'm in a position, or at the moment, I don't think I want to speak about my current contract situation. It's I've said something, a lot in the past, and that stands and that's valid, and there's nothing really to add at the moment. That's the truth. Obviously I want a resolution, to this as soon as possible. But that's for my agent and the club at the moment to work out, and I don't really want this to be hanging over our heads here in preseason. I don't think that's fair to our club and to our team, and especially not fair to our teammates. Where I don't want them to get dragged into this. We want to get ready and prepare for a fast approaching and difficult start to the season. That's kind of just where I stand and what I think, and that's something that I hope you all can respect, and kind of I'm sorry that there's not more info at the moment, but that's just it. And I'm happy to answer any questions regarding not contract talk, that's really it.
Go ahead, Jules.
Well, that's Julian. Julian, this is your second preseason with Frank de Boer under the helm. What's the biggest difference that you noticed between year one and year two so far?
It's just there's no real introduction period anymore. We know what we're after. We know what we want to do. And we don't need to get to know him. He doesn't need to get to know us. He knows what he has in some players. We've obviously got some new players that we have to fill in and kind of get up to speed on certain things. But it's just you're just 2-3 steps further along the way than what we were last year, and that's a good thing. With obviously, like I said, a difficult start to the year, Champions League.
With this being your third or fourth preseason now, how do you treat it differently now? I mean, as a veteran, how do you treat these preseasons? Is it about conditioning, slowly easing into it? What do you do?
Yeah, it's about kind of slowly getting into it and kind of not trying to win it all on the first day, and that's the mindset of kind of consistently working, consistently coming in, and then getting better every day and kind of moving on, and then obviously we play a lot in general, so it's good that we have those moments where we can talk a lot about things and things like that. But like I said, it's not about winning trophies on the first day. It's about consistent work and coming in, obviously getting physically ready, but also mentally and tactically for certain moments in games.
Can it give you an advantage having a week earlier compared to other teams?
Well, we also have to play
a
week earlier than other teams. So, that's just kind of the nature of when we qualify for the Champions League. We're fine with that. We're happy to play in that tournament, and we're happy for the opportunity again to play in the Champions League. And we'll be ready obviously for that. That's the focus for now, and then we'll worry about MLS when that kind of comes around.
Last year, it seems like you had 2 weeks of off season. This year, you go from October to now. Did it feel a lot longer?
Oh yeah, it felt really long. But I needed it. I had a few knocks here and there. So it was really good to get home to Germany and spend a lot of time with my family. But also at the same time, kind of do a lot of base work that you can't really do during the season, like a lot of strength work. Where you can get rid of certain knocks here and there, that I've had, and then I feel great right now, it's just been a good off season for sure.
What's the mindset going into camp this week or this year compared to last year with how y'all played in CONCACAF? Is the mindset differently going in this year?
Well, I think that one thing we learned from last year is that we can't look past the first opponent, and I think we maybe did that last year a bit. We were like, we'll go to Costa Rica and kind of take care of business, which didn't really happen, So that's the mindset of getting ready for that first game, and not putting ourselves in the position that we did last year, and then hopefully move on, and then we'll kind of worry about things as they come, and then that's I think right now we haven't really talked about what they're going to do, who we're just talking about us, and we're talking about how we want to play and kind of how we want to get ready to kind of then approach these games. So it's it's in that way, it's just kind of the work we're doing right now.
Have you seen the team differently enter camp this year compared to last year? Is the mindset differently? Do you see that in the
Yeah, it
players?
is a bit different because last year nobody really knew what to expect, with a new coach. So everybody was kind of a bit more on edge, but this year it's more of like, all right, let's all pull in the same direction. Let's all, come together and kind of, pick up where we left off last year, because we've had a pretty good end to the year, obviously, last season, and then we want to, kind of continue that trend and move forward.
What did you work on in the offseason individually in your game?
Getting healthy.
At first I got a lot of rest, and then, I've done a lot of strength work, where I felt like I could improve a lot in my lower body strength, and to kind of prevent some more injuries and stuff like that. That was, the kind of the base work. But, I watched a lot of games back. I watched a lot of film. I was pretty cold in Germany, so I didn't touch the ball too often. But when I got back here, you train obviously technically. You train. You just kind of want to get touches in as many as possible. To kind of then kind of move forward and then improve yourself.
Anything else from Jules?
Yeah,
Doug?
I thought you were going to say your short game. Have you talked to Frank yet about what position he sees you mainly focusing on this preseason? Because the team's added Brooks Lennon and a couple other parts. And then a question after that, which you answer.
No, he hasn't spoken to me specifically. Like I said, I think we've just come in now and kind of trying to get back into it. Playing a lot of games, a lot of lovely 11s as well. We're playing different spots just like I always do. But we haven't really spoken too much.
And may I ask you 2 follow-ups about your opening statement?
Sure, I can't guarantee I'll answer that.
That's fine. Would you have issued that opening statement if there were any sight of a resolution to your contract like coming up soon?
Probably, yeah. I didn't want to go back into kind of what we had, at the end of last season, where it was just a, question answers.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like, at this point, it's, I've said my stuff, and I just want the club and my agent to kind of figure it out and then move forward.
And your training with the team, is that your choice because you are under contract and want to be with the team and get in the 11s?
Yeah, I think we're all here, to kind of get ready for the season, and that's me included. Like I said, it wouldn't be fair to my teammates. I think, to do something other than that, and I think they understand my situation. They support me, and that's, I'm grateful for that. But like I said, I don't want it to affect them in any negative way. So that's, why I'm here and why I want to trade.